It's a very big anticipated matchup. Second U18A semifinals between the Louisville Lightning and the Summerside Caps. These teams played each other in the very first game of the tournament on Friday, and Summerside took it by a score of 4-3. After being up 4-0, Louisville had rallied back for 3 straight goals, and they just came up a bit short. A face-off win kept in by Cormier. Cormier again, this time putting it down behind the net. Rimmed up along the boards. Caps take possession. Skating around with it in his own end is Hearn. Trying to headman that over for Kelly. Kelly digging it loose and shoving it into the zone of the Lightning. And an icing will cause that face-off to go outside the zone. And apologies in the stream. We may be experiencing some lag in the video quality. The network in the arena, not the greatest, but still with live video feed. Caps cycle it back into their own end. Sent along the board by Johnson. Caps try to clear the zone. Lightning hold it in. Sent across. Preston trying to get a shot off. That had gone wide in the opposite corner. Back up top. There's a shot blocked out in front somewhere in traffic. Caps quickly put on the Jets and zoom it back behind the net. Bursey in between the pipes. Bernard being shoved up by Tyler Cormier. Kept in. Here's a shot from McAuliffe. That one didn't have much on it and went wide left. Preston shoots it behind the net. Kept in McAuliffe. Bernard. That was Drummond rather that had tried to put it to the line. Maya escaping the zone. A little backhand flip from Lynch, leaving it off in the corner. Trying to bring it up top is Lawlin. The shot out in front, diving for the puck is Drummond. Tyler Cormier behind the net, battling with McAuliffe. Caps try to keep it in the zone. Drummond in, trying to backhand that back door. The shot turned away by Bursey. Tidio trying to work his way up. It was falling. Shoots the stick of a Cap. Probably could have been penalized for that. Lynch finding it back in his own end. Sending it across the boards. Pass up out of reach. And this will end up being called icing against the Summerside Capitals. Right after this game is the U15 AA final between the Carleton Blue Knights and the Chebucto Atlantics. Bound to be an exciting game, and even here, if it's anything like the first game we saw these two teams play against each other, it's going to be very intense, close, and physical. Off the draw, sent to the net, blocked by Alex Leblanc. Cleared back, banking along the boards. The Caps rush into the zone. Shot back out, LeBlanc. Tried to move it up the wall. Caps shooting it along the boards. Justin Cormier making his way, headmanning the puck. The shot turned away. Another puck very close to the net. Caps work their way in the center. Cleared in by LeBlanc. Leaving it behind the net for Cormier. Rimming it along the wall. Kept in. Behind the net. Shot out in front. Trying to hit. I believe that's Jackson waiting out in front. Cleared in by the Caps. Justin Comey a pass. Picked off by Kelly. Kelly down low. Francis trying to make his way to the front. Lightning keeping in the zone. Alex LeBlanc cleared along the wall. Shot out of the zone. Tidio trying to work his way in is shoved off the puck. A cap goes down. Here's Tidio with the pass. Walking in, a shot is turned away. Still 0-0. 4 minutes already gone by this game. At the blue line, Tyler Cormier making its way in, a shot that had been deflected wide. At the blue line, there's a shot from Samuel Leblanc. That had been blocked by a cap that had not been too far in front of him. Caps make their way into the zone, banking on the boards. Taken by Wallet, passing it to the middle, trying to get that to Nate Cormier, and that had gone all the way down the ice to Bernard. Tyler Cormier in his own end, trying to put it up the wall, out of the reach of Kalen Bernard. And this will be charged icing against Louisville. Face off to the left of Bursey. One by Louisville. Sam Cormier shooting it outside the zone. It's Johnson out in the middle. Shooting it back behind the net. Tyler Cormier hits the brakes, waits, pass, picked off, working his way back in. There's a pass out in front and taken away. Cody Robichaud bringing it back, flipping it off the wall, down into the zone, and this will go for an icing. Another one against the Lightning. Faced off to the left of Bursey once more. Cormier spun around, walking up. Dubois trying to hit Maya out in the middle. Maya along the left, hitting the brakes, pass. At the blue line, Tyler Cormier trying to get a shot off. There was a cap falling down and losing his stick. Sam Cormier banked along the boards. Maya trying to break his way into the zone. Brought back, Dubois across. Robichaud. Shot into the zone. Rimmed along. Bit of a sandwich hit. Blue line. LeBlanc with a shot. Save. Rebound right loose in the slot before it's shot all the way down the ice by the Caps. And this one not going to go for icing. Tyler Cormier. Spun along the boards. Sam Cormier. Passing up, one touch pass for Robichaud. Robichaud stepping in. Was quickly stripped of the puck by Francis. Lightning again. Trying to work their way around the zone. Shot back. A pass for Maya. Maya up the right, waiting, trying to curl around a defenseman. Going to the board, shot out in front. Getting it back behind the boards. Another shot blocked out in front. Little tie-up with Robichaud. Caps now clearly exit the zone. Coming back up with speed. It's shot up against the boards. Stick lift. Try to throw that in front was Kelly. Now Ballion in the corner. Shot just missing the net. Bursey had never seen it coming towards the net. Kelly trying to make its way to the blue line. Outside the zone it'll go and shot back in. Opportunity for the Caps to make some changes as Louisville now breaks out of their zone. Justin Cormier passing that up. A big hit attempt. There it looks like by Zach McNeil. Lightning trying to work their way in. A shot. They score! First goal of the game. It's JJ Tidio dancing his way through a couple defenders. And he makes it 1-0 Lightning. just over midway through the first with 5 minutes to go. Lightning off the face-off win. Tyler Cormier across LeBlanc. Passing that up, deflected or non-deflected in the zone. That's an icing against Louisville. So back into the zone of Ryan Bursey we will go. Again, the Lightning winning the draw. Been winning a lot of draws recently. A key factor for puck possession and a reason why they have this 1-0 lead. Split around, intended for Nate Cormier. The shot gloved down by Ryan Bursey in the net. Again, Lightning win another draw. Cormier speeding around behind the net. One-touch pass intended for Ouellet, accidentally going all the way down the ice. Caps try to flip it out. Ouellet keeps it in and tries to kick it over for LeBlanc. Caps now trying to speed through center. Drummond offside. They are forced to just dump it into the zone. Clammed along the boards. And again, another icing coming against the Lightning. Summerside this time winning the draw. It's Hearn fighting his way down low. Behind the net, he'll go. Pass out in front, side of the net. Still loose. Now it makes its way up and towards the slump before it's taken up by Maya. It's Nathan Jackson that have been looking for the rebound and also trying to center it at the same time. Lightning with possession behind the net. They throw it in front. Justin Comey at the blue line. Dumps it in. There's a shot from Maya that just misses the net. Kept in by Sam Cormier. Brought out by Justin Cormier, having to cross ice, and a one-timer from Robichaud to clear it into the zone. Robichaud again, back with it at center. Robichaud pass up, had deflected off the tape of Dubois. Collision out with Robichaud in the zone. The Caps now find a way to escape their zone. Skating up the left wing. Clearing behind the net. Bursey leaving it off for Justin Cormier. Making a pass and a great clear out of the zone. Here's Robichaud skating up. Has Tidio with him. He scores! Cody Robichaud took a shot from just above the ringette line whilst entering the zone. It had gone just over the pad of the Caps netminder and under his glove. So Robichaud shooting glove side and making it 2-0 Lightning into the late stages of this initial period. Face off back to center. Sam Cormier skates back, waits. Is poked of the puck. We're getting it to his teammate Tidio, trying to tap its way into the middle. It's Kelly that steals and sends it into the zone. Justin Cormier skating back into his zone. His pass tipped off a skate. Here's Kelly walking in and reversing his man right inside the Louisville zone. And a misplayed puck by Lynch, forced to play it back off the boards. Caps work their way up the right wing. Hitting the brakes at the blue line is McDonald. Shot back in by Johnson behind the net. Bursey makes it, comes to a standstill. Cormier. Passing up Nate Cormier across for Sam LeBlanc. Justin Cormier, shot from the blue line, doesn't make it all the way through. Nate Cormier with a backhander that ended up hitting off the pad of Godet. Cleared back in by Sam Cormier. In the corner, Caps regain possession. It's Bernard going around the boards, trying to leave it off. Caps successfully exit the zone. Here they go, might be a 2-on-1. The shot saved by Bursey. The Caps' first really good scoring chance of the game. And it's Ryan Bursey that shows him the door. Cleared around the boards, kept in by Drummond. Drummond down the corner, poked away by Tyler Cormier. That pass picked off by Francis. Francis cleared in the zone, around for Alex Leblanc. Kept in at the blue line. Shot towards the net, almost deflected and turned away by Bursey. Had looked like he just saw that at the last second. Lawlin getting hit up into the boards. Lawlin sending that out in front. It's into Bursey. And lucky enough to stay out of the net. Had taken a weird bounce. Vautoul into the face-off circle. Was going to go against Gallant. Now in to take his place was Lawlin. Won by the Lightning. Preston, pass up. Some physicality disrupts the play. It's gloved down high in the air. Lawlin trying to find the puck and dig it loose. It's out at the blue line. Shot almost redirected. It's out in the corner. Cleared back in by Mulligan. Behind the net, Vautoul skates along the left. Tries to pass that along to Leblanc. And cleared back into the zone by the Caps. A lot of pressure coming from the Caps in this last minute. They need to continue this in the second. Nate Cormier trying to move that out of the zone. Made a pass over for Alex Vautoul. Vautoul in the zone, shooting. And that's a glove save. So 6 seconds exactly left in the first period. A well-dominated period from the Louisville Lightning. Potting a solid 2 goals out in the first. There's a shot that had just missed the net. Caps work their way to the blue line of Preston. And that will be the end of period 1. 2-0 Lightning is the U18A 3-2 semifinals on the MST YouTube channel. And quick face-off will be done up once more. Draw back into center ice in the neutral zone. Caps with possession. Sending it into the zone of the Lightning. Justin Cormier. A pass up. Taken by Maillet. Moving his way through center. Johnson. Live with it for the Caps. One touch pass for Lynch, who puts it out into the middle. Justin Cormier. Banking off the boards. Johnson. Against the boards. Caps make their way through. Bernard trying to leave it off. And again, taken by the Lightning. Cleared out to Johnson. Across for Lynch. Lynch moving his way in. Then dropping it off for Bernard. Bernard down for Lynch. Trying to put that back out into the center, and it's taken away by the Lightning. Louisville works their way back in. What a move. Looks like that's Maillet trying to make a pass, and it's destroyed out behind the net by Lynch. Robichaud throwing it to the front. Making a nice toe drag gives McDonald to move out of the way into the Lightning zone. Winds up for a big slap shot, blocked away easily by Bursey. Lightning moving away behind the net. Now emerging out into neutral ice. Pass in the middle, taken away. McNeil off the boards. Shot all the way down the ice. No icing to be called. There's a hit along the boards. That was by Cormier. Caps move it to the middle. On the forehand backdoor, they score! A one-timer to Tucker McDonald. And the Summerside Capitals get their first of the game. A great play to move into the middle by Kelly. C. McDonald. And that was close to being an amazing save from Bursey. But McDonald picks the top shelf and make it 2-1 now in favor of the Lightning. The Caps is one goal behind. McNeil moving it up across for Lawlin. Clearing it in, rimming it around the boards. Behind the net is Sam Cormier. Lightning try to bring it out of the zone, walking in. A shot, just missing the net of Gadet. Ramsey trying to leave the own zone. Cleared around the boards. McNeil tapping it. Tidio trying to throw that out in front over for Dondry. It's brought back out by Francis. Over for Kelly. Kelly trying to dangle in. And he is upended by Justin Cormier. Working back in. There's a shot right to the face of a Caps defenseman. They want a whistle. And we need a trainer. And the defenseman was just sliding along the ice. After being taken down, he had wanted a call and then ended up blocking a shot in the process. And the shot looked to have gone up in his head and neck region. And we'll go for a break, but be back. Lightning up 2-1, just over 9 minutes left in the second. It's the U18 semifinals. And luckily, Jackson Ramsey looks to be okay, making his way to the bench himself. And face off to the left of Gadet. Won by the Caps. Working his way out, Drummond. Nate Drummond stepping in, trying to dance over a Louisville defenseman. Now is behind the net. Lightning trying to move it outside the zone. Shot in, going behind the net. Bernard. Behind the net, moving it for Mulligan. Mulligan pass up, tried to get that over for Lawlin. Ends up outside the zone. There's a big hit right next to the Louisville bench. Bernard across for Mulligan on the right side. Mulligan trying to go to the middle. That one's picked off. Wallet walking in. Doesn't have full control of his stick and try to put that to the middle. And it's a great defensive play. Bernard now works the other way. Sends it by Sam Cormier and down behind the net of Bursey. Almost kept in. Johnson just losing a handle of it. All the way back down is Hearn. Hearn putting it up the wall. Lawlin getting it up for Nate Cormier. Nate Cormier goes to Justin Cormier. A pass picked off and shot back in by Lawlin. Almost an intercepted pass. Now gets over to Wallet in the zone. Wallet for Nate Cormier. Back for Wallet. Wallet trying to center that out in front. And it's taken away by Bernard. Working his way back up now is Bernard. Out in the corner, he was bumped off the puck, so taking it back the other way was Wallet before turning it over. Bernard sent back up the other way. Pass across. There's a shot patted away by Bursey. That shot coming from Jackson. Jackson out in the corner. Trying to throw that puck out in front. Behind the net is Preston. Preston a pass up. Outlet pass. Finding the middle. Cleared in by the Caps. Delayed offside. Gives some time for the Lightning. And a pass picked off right by Jackson. Intended for Dubois. Now getting in a little battle. Dubois winning it. There's a shot just above the net of Gadet. Robichaud trying to find his way by Johnson. Loose puck brought out Casey Johnson. Trying to work his way up the wall. Another picked off pass. And the Caps are just offside. Face all outside into the neutral zone. Officials having a chat with Justin Cormier and the bench of the Summerside Caps. And Ramsey looks to be on the ice and all right. Just a bit shaken up from a shot being blocked. And here we go. Finally drop in the puck. Lightning bring it back into their own zone before throwing it against the boards. Caps keep it in. There's another backdoor pass. This one trying to get over for Kelly. And looks like icing not going to be called. McNeil behind the net. Banked off the boards. Kept in by Landry. Tidio trying to keep it in. And he was hit almost by two players before it got out of the zone. LeBlanc misplays it. Ends up bumping his man off the puck. And shot back into the zone. McNeil skating back. Shooting it up. He ends up hitting Francis. Francis with a shot that ends up over the net. Caps moving their way into the corner. Put up to the blue line. Johnson trying to flip it in. Trying to move his way to the middle. Still loose puck. McDonald shooting. Saved and turned away by Bursey. Caps keeping at the blue line. That's Kelly. They move down in the corner. Sent along the boards. kept into the zone by Francis. And they're going to put one to the net. Blocker save, Bursey. Caps again, going to keep it in. There's a big collision out in the corner. And physicality might be starting to ramp up. Johnson waits, passes, deflected in by Francis. Nate Cormier finds a puck in the middle, passing. Here might be a break, a shot, deflected, rebound still loose. Gaudette still doesn't have it. Cormier on the rebound, just sent wide of the net. And what a chance. Gaudette on the ground. And now Nate Drummond quickly spearing his way up for the Caps. Out in the corner, he'll lay a hit on Sam Cormier. Caps started in front at the blue line. Johnson with a shot. That's Mulligan rather, just putting it wide right of the net and not having too much on that shot. And it looks like we'll have a penalty. A stick's dropped in the middle. Or maybe multiple penalties. Nate Cormier is heading into the box. So is Cam Kelly. So still don't have our first power play of the game, I believe. We'll have to wait for that. And no man advantage is the outcome out of that. Kept in Maye. Now Maye finding it back and escaping the zone. He's got a bit of room on that right side. Maye stepping in, dangling into the middle, and couldn't quite get a hard shot off. Maye going behind the net. Trying to pass out in front, is cleared along the boards. This one taken up by Lawlin. Trying to saucer pass it to the middle for Drummond. And will send it down the ice for icing against the Louisville Lightning. Caps winning the draw. Hearn sent out to the middle. Justin Cormier finding Ouellet. Ouellet bumped by Johnson, taken by Lynch. Louisville does keep it in the zone. Circling back is Johnson, hitting it off the boards. Ends up with Campbell. Over to Bernard, trying to shove his way to the middle. Lightning again, clear the zone. It was with Ouellet for about a second before getting poked off and back into the zone of the Lightning. Ouellet finding it again in the middle. Pass on the right, trying to make his way to the middle was Maye. Maye passing it in front, trying to get that to Ouellet, and cleared out by Johnson. Lightning now regain possession and try to make their way back into the zone. Maye cutting, bumped up against the boards. Vautoul waits, hits cross ice. Justin Cormier firing, seed and covered by Gaudette. There's a shot quickly into the glove of Gaudette. Puck going towards the blue line, but ultimately kept in the zone. Mulligan waiting in his own corner. Saucer pass up for McDonald. McDonald going through center. Winding up for a clap bomb as Bernard just missing the net. That puck held in. Flipped back in by Summerside. Mulligan catching it in his feet. Dumping it high. Glove down by Justin Colmier and shot back out in the center. Bernard shooting it back into the zone. Cormier firing it. Caught in the skates of Bernard. Walking in, backhander, and just going over the net. Caps going to keep the zone. Walking in, Mulligan firing. And a good glove save from Bursey. Out to center. Cleared back in by the Caps. Just less than 2 minutes left in this second period. Shot back out by the Lightning. And that will go icing against Louisville, and faceoff going back to the offensive zone of the Caps. And put to the net, a quick whistle. Bursey down on the ice. Off the face-off, Caps try to push it back in. Caps still fighting for it out in the corner. Waiting. Waiting is Drummond. Working his way into the zone, trying to go behind the net. That one playing a good defense is Cormier. Back for Ramsey. Off the boards and down the ice. Taking it up is Alex Leblanc. Clearing it around. Lightning send it across the boards. Kept it at the blue line. Ramsey. Put down deep into the zone, about at the hash marks. Back up for Ramsey. Making the safe play, going back down and behind the net. Clearing attempt. It's loose out in front, out in the slot, and almost taken up by Summerside. And the Lightning come back the other way. Leblanc. Thrown across the boards. Maillet. Have been knocked off the puck, leaving that off for Ramsey. Ramsey pass up, potential 2-on-2. That's broken up. Just less than 30 seconds to go. Colmier. Shot down. And we'll have another quick chance for the Summerside Caps. And we have just 9.5 still to go in period 2 of the Caps versus the Lightning. Off the draw, may have a quick shot, turned away by Bursey, cleared around the boards, and that might be all we got. It's cleared down, and that is all we got for the second period. It's an even closer game, 2-1. Lightning lead after 2. And last period of play. Louisville up by a goal. Summerside look to tie this up. Cormier shooting, saved by Gaudette. Rebound is then put behind the net. Caps try to corral the puck and make their way outside of their own defensive zone. Lightning hold the line, pass, shot, saved by Gaudette. Rebound is behind him. And whistle had gone. Caps clear the zone. Sent off the boards to Justin Cormier, over to Tyler Cormier. Caps move their way into the zone. It's Kelly trying to move to the middle and was blocked by the body of Vautoul. Caps re-enter, pass, trying to get that one over for McDonald and cleared around by Justin Cormier. Nate Cormier sending that outside the zone. Now working back inside his offensive zone. Sharp angle shot, turned away. Then Caps went back the other way quickly through center. Here's a shot, saved by the blocker of Bursey. Tyler Cormier to the blue line. Shot from Bernard, and it's over the net. Ouellet moving his way down. Trying to drop it off over for Vautoul. And puck now ends up behind the net. Vautoul puts it behind him in the back of the net. Thrown out to center. One-on-one defended by Justin Cormier. Trying to make a couple moves is Gallant and rejected of any chance. Maillet moving through center. Maillet on the left, working his way around, shoved out to the front, the rebound, they score! And another goal on the rebound for the Lightning. Waiting out in front was Yannick Dubois. And the Lightning are now back ahead by 2 goals. Caps bring it back in their own end. Brought in by Drummond. Behind the net, Bursey. Cleared along the board. Lawlin keeping it in the zone. Drummond causing some issues. Dubois getting it again. And outside the zone it'll go. It's Lynch hitting the brakes on Maillet. Lynch trying to work his way in. And dropped off. The Caps fire. That one just misses the net. Johnson trying to keep it in. It's moved around by Maillet. Maillet moving his way through center. Makes a nice move. Maillet trying to shoot and was just out of stick, tied up. There's the trailer, the shot, and a save made by Gaudette. Samuel Leblanc just hopping off the bench. Had a tremendous chance. Caps move their way outside the zone. Cleared back in by Votul. Trying to step in is Tidio, who had the first goal in this one. Caps now bring it out. Slowly moving in is Kelly. A shot from the neutral zone, blocked by Burzy. Cormier giving away the puck. Bernard trying to step in. A turn going to the blue line. Cormier trying to get a stick on it. It's brought back to Tidio. JJ Tidio working his way in. Shooting it in on net. It's redirected into the corner. Lightning keeping it into the zone. Cormier stepping back. Waits. Justin Cormier waiting. Passing it off over to the left side. Working his way back to the right was Sam LeBlanc. Caps behind the net. They wait. Getting it out. Trying to pass that off to Hearn. It was just behind him. And that's an icing going to be charged against Summerside. Off the start of the faceoff. Louisville still in the zone. Tapped out in front. Votul with a great chance, right? Waiting the high slot. Still no power plays in this game. It was expected to be a pretty rough game. Seems to be pretty tame. Goes up to the blue line. Nate Cormier on a breakaway. Nate Cormier all alone. Shooting. Turned away by Gadet. Nate Cormier with another chance. The net is knocked off. And I believe we do have our first power play of the game. And it's for unsportsmanlike conduct. It looks like it's against Zach McNeil. Here's Nate Cormier that was in all alone trying a shot. And here we go, off to a Louisville Lightning power play, our first power play of the game, presented to you by Lino TV. 30% off with using promo code Hockey30 for all subscriptions. And a high stick, believe, coming to Burzy. That's going to be head contact against the goaltender, Ryan Burzy, getting his stick up in the face of the Cap right out in front. So it's a penalty against the goaltender. So it's a 5-on-3 for minute 41. And there's 2 minutes up on the score clock and the game clock when there is 6:36 remaining in the game. It'll be a 4-on-4 for 141. Capitals were shorthanded. And Burzy taking a call. Justin Cormier skating around in his own end. Trying to pass it up over for Votul. Walking in, the shot scores! And the Lightning get their 4th goal of the game, making it 4-1. And it's Alex Vautoul stepping in and taking a shot. And the Lightning now get a 3-goal lead. Off the draw, taken back by the Lightning. Cormier. Justin Cormier back in his own zone. Passing up for Maillet. Maillet stepping in, backhand off the pad of Gaudette. Caps bring it back towards their offensive zone end. Blocked up by Justin Cormier and flipped high into the zone. We'll go to Bursey, where he'll leave it off. Captain Drummond stepping in, shooting. That was blocked out in front. Justin Cormier. Justin Cormier now laying the body on Drummond, making him lose his twig in the process. Puck is banked off the boards. Caps try to hold the zone. Trying to dangle by Maillet. Loose between a couple feet, and Maillet now makes it back the other way. Maillet working in, toe dragging to the middle. Maillet might have a chance, and I just lost his footing. Drummond walking in, making a nice move. Drummond trying to move his way to the middle and was poke checked off. Samuel Cormier making his way through center in the offensive zone, dumping in behind the net of the Caps. Now just a power play for the Lightning, or for the Caps rather, just for a couple seconds. And now 5-on-5 with 4.5 to go. Flipped in by the Caps. Hearn lifts the stick, trying to move his way to the middle. Was hit off by Tyler Cormier. Sent out for Johnson. Johnson hits Hearn along the left, and he enters in the zone offside. We got 90 people currently watching along. It's the semifinals between the Louisville Lightning and the Summerside Caps. Winner will go on to play the Gulf Storm later today at 3 o'clock. Caps shoot it in, knocked off of Bursey and into the corner. Nate Cormier, pass to the middle. Wallet stepping in along the left, curling back. Looking for his options to the blue line. A shot saved by Gaudette. Behind the net, thrown up back in front. Gaudette still on the ground. And they score! Or they don't. They have a penalty coming up. Still unsure about any penalty situation. It doesn't look like we'll have anyone in the box. At the line, thrown back in, and now we have a penalty coming up. It's going to be against Summerside, so Louisville's going to see a power play. A stick goes flying, 5 rows up in the air. We might have 2 penalties now against Summerside. So only one penalty on the board for right now. And the Caps have 4 players on the ice, so it looks like it'll be a 5-on-4 man advantage. In to take the draw is Caleb Landry. And we'll have a 4-minute power play out for the Lightning. And another penalty coming up for the Caps. So we will see a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. It's now a 6-on-4 right now for the Lightning. Bursey is at the bench. Robichaud shot on, saved, and touched up. So with just under 3 minutes, Louisville will see a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. The trip right there being drawn by Landry. So a lengthy 5-on-3 to come up for the hometown host, the Louisville Lightning. Wallet in to take the draw. Still waiting to drop the puck. Here we go. Justin Cormier at the blue line, waiting. Going across to his left. Back for Justin Cormier. Back across to the middle. Maya with a shot. Blocked away by Gadet. Skating back up is Votul. Sending it across. Back to the middle. Maya trying to get a shot off. It goes over to Votul. Votul in desperation goes up for Nate Cormier. Back down low. Back across. Just that Cormier one-timer. Didn't get all the way through, and the Caps will successfully clear it down into the Louisville end. Lightning now taking their time to get out of the zone. Justin Cormier sends it to the left. Maya working his way down from the blue line. Maya in through some legs. The shot, the save, and will stay out. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle. 2 Caps. Gonna go pin up 1 Lightning player. And this puck somehow doesn't end up in the net. Still just less than a minute on the 5-on-3 in favor of the Louisville Lightning. At the blue line, LeBlanc across, sent down low, out in front. Robichaud the shot, and he's robbed by Gadet. Just a minute and a half left to go in the game. Robichaud skating across the Lightning logo, working his way in. Hits the brakes and shoots and scores! And make it 5-1 in favor of the Lightning. Cody Robichaud on the 5-on-3. And now we'll have a pause in the action. It looks like we got 1:58 still left to go on the Louisville Lightning man advantage. They're up 5-1. Coming down to the last minute of play of the semifinals. Lightning going to be on the power play. The man advantage for the remainder of this game. LeBlanc sent across to the left. Willett skating back, leaving it off for Alex LeBlanc. Sent up on the boards past Jackson. Working up is Willett. Willett walking in, going behind the net. Being pressured heavily, still manages to get by. And another penalty, it looks like, coming up against the Capitals. And it looks like a Capital will leave the ice. So a 5-on-3 now. We're just under a minute and a half, only 40 seconds left in this game. But all that will not be needed. Cleared in by Drummond. Turned away by Bursey. Left behind the net for Tyler Cormier. Cleared along the boards. That one's going to be held in the zone. Cap, step up, shoot. Saved by Bursey. There's a big hit on Tyler Cormier out in the corner. And that one is by Francis. Again, Bursey clearing it. Out in the corner. Alex LeBlanc stepping up, trying to shoot it out. Pressuring by Lawland. And that will be the game. Bursey going up to celebrate on the boards. In the Lightning head off to the finals at 3 p.m. today to take on the Gulf Storm.